On today's show,
They didn't shake hands, but they played some D. Who had the better block, Russ on KD or KD on Russ?
LeBron has been great on the court, but how did he mess up off it? We'll tell you in Worst of the Week.
And Brandon Knight gets sweet, sweet revenge in this week's loaded top 10 plays.
It's Friday, November 4th. The starter starts now.
Good evening, sweet world, and welcome to the starters. Whether you're joining us live right now on NBA TV or a little bit later on YouTube, we're very, very happy to have you on this Friday. I'm J.E. Skeets, and alongside me, as always, that's Tass Mellis.
Happy Friday to all of my friends. That's you.
To his right, it's the international man of mystery, taking it to the max, growing a stash, Lee Ellis.
Friend.
Lele.
Lily, and last, certainly not least, over there, the human bullseye, I guess. I don't know what's going on. Trey Kirby. Hey, yo! TK, I feel like I have to ask this every 3 days with you. What's going on? Why are you wearing that?
I mean, you guys saw Russell Westbrook last night.
Yeah.
Anything goes in fashion. I used to think it was all about kimonos and turtlenecks, but apparently if you're wearing all white, you throw on a safety device, you're fashionable. So I grabbed my daughter's pool float, popped it on my head, and here we are.
You sort of can pull it off, amazingly.
Yeah, I think the mask look on the, I don't know, the seat part actually looks really good. I'm sure this is super sanitary too after a 2-year-old used it all summer. Yeah, this is great. Kind of regretting this now, but if you haven't seen what Russell Westbrook wore last night, you haven't lived, because Russ showed up wearing an official photographer bib to last night's Thunder Warriors game, just asking to be memed, and that's why our very own J.E. Skeets put up a blank version on Twitter last night, sending it out into the ether, asking for people to meme Russell Westbrook. And that brings us to today's question. What should be on Russell's vest? And since Skeets' responses were plentiful, we're going to give him a look here right away. It started with some zings. You know,
Yeah.
the Warriors blew a
That was
3-1
always
lead.
coming.
Yep.
They even hit him with the Taylor Swift, "We are never, ever, ever getting back together," but things didn't go perfectly well for the Thunder, so they turned into Thunder zings. Like, for instance, this was a good idea at the time, and of course, a crying Jordan, because it's the internet.
Yep.
I think we can all agree, though, that the best look for Russ would be a starter's logo. The oranges match perfectly.
Yeah.
But we want to hear from you, so let us know on Twitter what should be on Russell Westbrook's vest. Send us your best answers at #TheStarters. We'll hear from you later.
He didn't lose a pick 'em payoff, right?
No.
This is by his own accord.
My new look.
Yeah.
And he didn't skip a beat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, look, we got a fun show tonight, obviously. We got Worst of the Week. We got the top 10 plays of the week. But we're going to start with a little What You Got, and it's the KD versus Russell Westbrook edition. Trey's going to present us with two related topics from last night's game and the surrounding parts of that game. We're going to determine the better choice. The catch, there's only one right answer, and it's according to the human floating device.
We're listening to this?
Yeah, he's got the answers.
Yeah, it's all right in here in the inflatable part. But our first topic, KD and Russ steered clear of each other for the most part, but met at the rim a couple of times in the second quarter. KD got Durant first, then a minute later, KD got his revenge with a little help from Draymond Green. I need you guys to tell me who had the better block, Westbrook on KD or KD on Westbrook. What you got?
Undoubtedly.
Come on.
It's Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, KD didn't even get credited for a block.
Yeah.
It was Draymond Green's block, and then Durant swiped it out of bounds.
Well, he got the ball. I mean,
He didn't get the block. No, he didn't.
Either way, it's Russ.
It's Russ.
He's half a foot shorter. He got way up. It was way prettier because he just hung up in the air forever and then swatted him. Russ won this battle. KD won the war.
Yeah,
If Russ-
Westbrook won the memes,
Yeah.
and he won the blocks, and KD won everything else. You're right. by the way.
If Russ had missed this block, though, he might have got a flagrant on that play.
Interesting.
Because he's really
If he hits his
swiping.
head,
yeah, he's
for
really
sure.
swiping down. Now, I'm not saying he was trying to do that.
No,
he
no.
went and got the block, and it was a great block. But I think that also inspired KD to make sure that he went down the other end and got one.
Yeah, like, look, this game was a little anticlimactic, right? We were so hyped for it. Oh, here we go, these two guys going against it. Both teams playing well. The Thunder had been 4-0 themselves, and the Warriors, after losing their first one to the Spurs, were running off wins. We were pumped. You know, the game turned into a dud, but I liked that we had this exchange, it was like a minute apart from each other, these two blocks, and that was good because outside of that, they didn't shake hands, they didn't fist bump, they didn't do any of that. This was their really only sort of head-to-head meeting on the night, but it's got to be Westbrook because we can show you the other one again. It's Draymond Green's block.
Yeah.
It's not Kevin Durant's. I'm sorry.
KD's hunting him down though. That's what I like about
I mean-
it. He's there and he's trying to get back, get revenge on him.
Like, it's
so-
easy to miss, but Green is the one that blocks it back, and then KD's punches it away. Now, I'm not saying that KD maybe wouldn't have blocked it, but there you go. That's the angle right there. So, okay, we all agree it's Westbrook. What's the answer?
Yeah, it's definitely Westbrook on KD for all the reasons you're saying. He jumped super high, and Draymond technically got the block, but moving on, the game might have ended as a blowout, but that doesn't mean there weren't highlights. Jeremy Grant won himself some Thunder fans with a huge dunk on or about Kevin Durant. Not to be outdone, Steph Curry hit Durant with a behind-the-back pass for a monster three that brought the house down. What was the better highlight, Grant's dunk or KD's three? What you got?
It was a special night for Kevin Durant. And that just kind of was the epitome. When he was flying down court, they were flying up and down, and he was allowed to just work with the Warriors sort of in the fast break opportunity. You get a Curry behind the back. You tie your career high of threes, which was incredible. You would think that he'd hit more than 7 threes in his career.
Yeah.
You know, this was in the first half. I thought he could have gone for the NBA record if he really, really wanted to. The way the game was flowing, it was KD's night.
I'm actually going with Grant on this one because when you're on the road, you need some sort of moment that galvanizes your team. And Grant went in there and smashed it. No one was really expecting him to do that. And it sort of gave the Thunder life, although pretty much after this play, the Warriors went on like a 22-1 run.
Yeah, well,
something like that.
I was just going to ask you, did this not end up hurting the Thunder? Oddly, because, you know, they were playing well, but Grant throws it down sort of on Durant. I mean, definitely on Durant. He's in the picture there. And then, you know, they start talking, they start chirping, and then, you know, the Warriors rip off the
The Warriors went on the run because it also coincided with Westbrook going to the bench.
Right.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Not just the dunk that fired them up.
But that's what you want to see from a new guy playing with his new team. He's like, right, I'm going to at least do something to try to show the guys that I'm getting us back into this game. But it didn't work. But I just thought the dunk was a better highlight when it's versus just a three-point shot.
Yeah, I hear you on that. But the highlight from KD, the three, I mean, Taz already went through it.
Not just a three-point shot.
Yeah,
Come on.
Steph's going around the back. He steps right into it. But this was the best the Warriors have looked all season.
Yes.
Right? I mean, the ball is moving like we anticipated.
Yeah.
Moving crisp. They're playing free. This is the fun Warriors, and you know we didn't see it on opening night against the Spurs. That's a great team. We didn't even see it in a couple of their wins, you know, against some lesser opponents. But last night, this I think personally was the squad we really had in our minds when we're like, whoa, you're adding a former MVP to a two-time MVP and Clay and Draymond and all those guys. I mean, that's the Warriors we're expecting here.
Would you say the ball was fizzing around?
You would say that. Some Australians would maybe say that. I guess I would say that, yeah.
No, okay, let's get back to speaking
we're going with KD, I guess. We're split.
Let's get back to Fisher-Price.
Yeah.
That's KD's three. Okay. That felt like the moment when everybody realized, oh yeah, he's on the Warriors now. But moving on, it wasn't just the game that had people talking. As you saw earlier, Russell Westbrook's photographer bib set off a real tweet storm, had people wondering if he was throwing shade Durant's way, and then late in the first half, Enes Kanter was throwing shade, barking at Durant from the bench, earning himself a shushing from Steven Adams.
Ooh.
What was the bigger sideshow, Westbrook's bib or Kanter's trash talk? What you got?
I think this one's tough.
I think KD roasted Enes Kanter. He got roasted. That was way better. I do not get Russ's photography bit whatsoever. Because KD
took
fashion,
some, man.
took
Look
some
at this
photos.
guy.
What are you
fashion.
wearing? Fisher-Price? That's cool. I don't get his bib whatsoever. Kevin Durant, not only there, but then in the post-game press conference, said about Enes Kanter, well, he'll probably just tweet something when all is said and done because Enes Kanter was on the Twitters when KD signed, trash-talking Kevin Durant after leaving OKC. And when KD said, well, how many minutes did he play? 3? Boom, roasted. I don't get the photography the thing whatsoever.
You get it. You get that it's another.
I understand the logic, but it doesn't make sense.
Well, do you buy that it's another subtle jab at Kevin Durant because he's into photography and taking photos of super?
Yeah.
So what? You add it all up, the cupcake photo on July 4th, all of the commercials that are definitely shots at KD fleeing Oklahoma. I mean, that's just another one.
It's weak.
Yeah, like here are a couple. Like, to me, it'd be interesting. I think you might be answering differently. Maybe not if Westbrook has his 30, 15, and 10 and they win the game, and maybe it's a different story. No. You don't think so?
No. Wow. We're just talking bib.
Westbrook told us before this game that it meant nothing, it was just a regular season game. And then he comes out with that stuff. It's hard to not interpret it as a shot at Kevin Durant.
It's not a coincidence.
No, and he does have the ability to at least go and back it up. Enes Kanter can't. If he's sitting on the bench.
What are you talking about? Enes Kanter, 0 points, 1 block, 1 turnover, minus
that's
11
what I'm saying.
in 3 minutes.
If your highlight from the game is just jawing at someone when you're sitting on the bench.
Okay,
and then the problem was, back-to-back nights for Russ. His teammates just didn't provide. They went to the bench and the thing exploded. It'll be different February 11th, I think it is, when it's OKC hosting Golden State.
What's the answer?
It's definitely Westbrook's outfit. The guy is a fashion genius. A legend already.
I think you're the real fashion genius here. I don't know. All right.
Yeah, man.
Guys, gotta take a break. Lots more still to come on the show. When we come back, Tass is gonna hit the diamond for worst of the week. And we got top 10 plays, so don't go anywhere. You're watching The Starters.
Welcome back to the show. Now's the point of the week where we hand out the dishonor to someone in the NBA family that has done wrong in the eyes of the starters. It's time for Worst of the Week.
Ladies and gentlemen, the worst of the week.
This week's Worst of the Week is LeBron James. LeBron gave the Cleveland baseball team some bad juju this week. Oh, it was bad. On the very night Cleveland took a 3-1 lead on the Chicago Cubs, LBJ hosted a Halloween party where he trolled the Warriors for relinquishing that exact same advantage to his team a mere 5 months prior. King, is your memory gone? On Saturday in his home, there was a drum set with 3-1 lead emblazoned on it. His dessert table included cookies in the shape of tombstones with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and 2015-16 written on them. And LeBron himself posted it to Instagram. And with that, the Cleveland kid put a hex on his hometown baseball team. You know the rest. The Cubs went on to win Game 5 the next day, and Game 6, and Game 7 back in Cleveland with Bad Juju Man in the crowd at Progressive Field. LeBron, what did you do? LeBron James, your worst of the week.
Oh,
I know
man.
you were trying to help Bron, but it didn't work. It just didn't work out.
3-1 lead is safe, man.
He knows that. Well, what's the point of doing
You're
it?
absolutely right.
We also had a backup. Basically, the entire Phoenix Suns is your runner-up for worst of the week. It started very, very bad. Last weekend, they misspelled their star player's name on his jersey. It's not Bledsoe, it's Bledsoe. This guy's not on a 10-day. You know what his name is spelled. And then the Soul Patrol, as they're called. Oh, she didn't have a great halftime performance.
Down goes Jeff.
Down goes Jeff. He rolled with it, though.
Literally.
Yeah.
But they made up for it with the Lion King cam.
Oh, this is good.
This is a no-lose. You got cute babes. You're good.
That's funny.
So they made up for it.
All right, good.
Yeah.
LeBron and the Suns, worst of the week.
Yeah.
Do you think you could raise me like Simba? You do a lot of bar 3.
Give it a shot!
Yeah, probably.
throw me
Yeah.
up.
They don't
Throw
lift
me up.
weights in bar
Come on,
3.
man, throw me up.
Let's have a look.
Come on, left, man. How did that go? God,
Get out of here. No, didn't work.
We gotta take a break. Lots more still to come here on The Starters. It's a Friday show, people. When we come back, the top 10 plays of the week. You're not gonna want to miss this. These are good this week. Back with The Starters. Last night, you saw it on TNT. Russell Westbrook showing up in a very bright orange vest. I gave you the power to meme, and you guys memed. Indeed.
Meme father.
We asked you, what do you think should be on Westbrook's vest? You've tweeted in, #starters. Trey, you got a few of the best answers.
Yeah, Brad says, how about the good old, I'm with stupid. You don't see that shirt enough anymore. Let's bring back I'm with stupid shirts. I like that. Ben says, is it too late to join him? Oh, cheeky. Ty says, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Just a brilliant pun. Bruno says, pull cord to inflate life jacket. I like it. But the best answer comes from Priggs, who says, put this creep with a floater on his head on his vest.
Well, I know.
Wow, we gotta get a time machine.
All right, keep the tweets coming in. There it is. Yeah, there's Trey and his floaty. Fashion, man. Anything goes in fashion.
Fashion, you know, I feel like Lady Gaga over here.
Yeah, that's right.
Tell me how,
Mr. Gaga.
tell me how that mesh smells, please.
Well, Tess, it smells very good. I've got a saltwater pool at home, so it keeps things pretty clean, you know?
All right, good stuff, good stuff. Okay, look, this is not an easy task this week, and I'm talking about trying to come up with the 10 best plays over the past 7 days, but we are the guys.
We
to
did
do
it.
We did it. We absolutely did it. We were up all night, but we got it done here. Top 10 plays from the starters at number 10, Damian Lillard in overtime. Game winner with the floater, the sexy floater
That is so sweet.
over Ken Freed. What time is it?
Game time!
Game winner at number 10. That's how good this top 10 is.
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert makes it even better. The two-hander. Woo. He's basically dead stop, 2 feet, 2 hands on a guy who can throw down
Don't do
in
that
Justin
to
Anderson.
Sizzle.
At number 8, to Madison Square Garden we go. Derrick Rose. Oh, with the crazy crossover
He went
on
in the
Mike
time
Conley.
machine.
What year is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. The oohs and ahs coming from the MSG crowd on that. Nice finish, too.
Very nice.
Inside on Gasol.
At number 7, Tristan Thompson getting Tyler the backpedaler Zedler on this one. Got him!
Oh, yeah.
Tyler doesn't even have time to jump.
Oh, that's huge. That's a
That's
good
not
game.
going
Good
backwards.
game from Tristan on Thursday night.
It's not usually one in the big dunk department, but he got one there.
That one's for Chloe at number 6. Brandon Knight. This is a revenge dunk for Brandon
Oh,
Knight. Yeah. Now he dunks sort of on Evan Turner, but we know he's picturing DeAndre Jordan right there.
Good to see him on the right side of a dunk.
That's
for a
exactly
change.
right,
Yeah.
Lee. That's exactly
I'm loving
right.
it.
Hold him back.
At number 5, the NBA's point per game leader coming into Friday night, DeMar DeRozan.
That was like the one on Rudy Gobert from last year.
Yeah, similar.
Yeah,
That was his time, too.
you consider him obviously a mid-range shooter, but people forget slam dunk contest. The guy can throw down.
Let's get a little defense in here. Miles Turner says no to Tarek Black at the rim.
Just takes the ball from him.
Yeah, that's a steal/block. That's filling the box score.
Stays in bounds, keeps the ball in play.
They went the other way and hit a 3
Yeah,
too.
they did.
Takes it black from Tarek Black. Here we go, LeBron James. 3 plays at number 3. We cheated.
Yeah.
First one, off the glass, throws it down. This is too easy for the king.
Yeah.
Let's make things a little bit more difficult. Watch this wraparound pass. It is glorious. He's been making some gorgeous passes.
come on.
LeBron said of this pass, there's only one guy in the NBA that can make it. Moi.
And Shane Warne.
Oh, and Ginobili, come on.
Yeah, not as good as that. And then this one,
Oh,
Ooh,
right on set.
Ginobili could do that anymore.
Vooch, right
The
on.
Vooch.
Oh man,
Vooch, got to get up.
stare down there. At number 2, Aaron Gordon. Fast break against the Sixers. What are you gonna do? Lay it in?
Yep.
No. 360, two-handed.
Oof.
Throws
Yeah.
a little pump in there. Guys, this is not All-Star Weekend. This is first quarter, mid-game.
In November.
Yeah.
What else did you got in your bag of tricks?
Oh, I hope to God we get Levine and Gordon again.
We started this with a game winner. We're going to end it. Eric Bledsoe. He knows this baby is going in. He's going to dance behind the three-point line. We need a 2. I'll give you a 3. Gooseneck, just hang in there.
This is the Kyrie Irving 3 right here.
Oh, let's step back.
Yeah.
Saved by the belt, so.
I mean, I've seen Dame do that as well, and he just
You
did
saw
it
him
to
at the start of the top 10.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I mean, again, there were so many plays we could have put in. I'm sure you people out there in the Twitterverse and in the YouTube comments are going to let us know, well, what about this one? What about
It's
this
tough.
one?
We have to leave a lot on the
Bring
cutting
it
room
on,
floor.
bring it on. I was up all night trying to figure out that top 10. Hashtag the starters. Which play we particularly missed? Let us know, guys. There's the human bullseye stuff.
Sorry, I was trying to get a breath there. I didn't know
That's
it was going to
okay,
be
man.
popping on to me. I was taking a
It's
big,
okay,
deep one.
man. When we come back, Lily's very solid play of the night.
It looked
Don't
like,
go anywhere.
it looked like you were looking in a pool. Where am I going to jump in?
Cannonball. Back with the starters. My apologies to Tass and Trey, who joined me in taking the Pacers last night. The Skeets plague is very real. This is unreal. People, can you stop tweeting me and saying, hey, pick the opposite, flip a coin. I've done all that. None of it works. Okay, stop tweeting me and just saying to pick the opposite. I've tried that. But anyway, this means something here. The loser, which is going to be me by the looks of it, at the end of November, whoever's in last place has to do something weird or embarrassing, or whatever you want to call it here on the show. It's the pick 'em payoff. The stakes are high. We've done some strange things, snakes and boxes and eggnog and all that fun. So if you have suggestions, by the way, for pick 'em payoffs, what do you want to see, well, me do at the end of November, let us know. Hashtag the starters or email us, thestarters@nba.com. Tonight's game, it's the Hawks and the Wizards. The Wizards are still winless, correct?
They
Wow,
are.
they're winning right now. As we record this, they're up 13-10. I just pledged allegiance to the NBA app.
Nice.
They're leading.
And Tass is going to win because I took the Hawks, and
Congrats,
Trey and
Tass.
Lee agree with me. So
Thank you.
We know what's going to happen there. No reason to watch that game. Lee, Very solid play. Where are we going?
We're going to Minnesota for another boomerang, this time from Danilo Gallinari. Gets it started, then gets it back. And look how deep
Wow,
he is for
that
a
is
beautiful...
Squish bomb.
Oh, yeah, here it is again. Look at this beautiful pass. And that's fizzing around there, Skeets. And that's a beautiful finish, and that's what I call a very solid play.
Yeah, forget the thumbs. Get on the stash, please. Zoom into the stash. Get your thumbs out of the way.
Whoa.
Okay. Lee growing Stash Watch 2017. Lee is, you're of course growing a mustache for Men's Health. It is Movember.
That's right.
Here in the month of November. Guys, we encourage you, please, to donate to Lee Ellis Movember page. Go to Movember.com, search for Lee Ellis. You'll find him easy. Wow.
Yeah, we're nearly at the 10% mark.
Yeah, we've nearly hit a grand.
Yeah.
We're trying to get to 10 G's in the month of November. Any little dollar counts, guys. It doesn't mean.
Absolutely.
Some people are having a lot of fun with how many wedgies we get.
Yes.
They're going to contribute. And oh my God, we had another one.
We had another one. This is number 5 on the season, and I'm gonna say it's our best one. Serge Ibaka, berries.
Why do you say that? Just buries it?
Yeah, it's just deep in the wedge.
Yeah.
That's
And-
perfect.
Yeah.
Brody leaves it there to breathe.
Is there something on the ball there? Got to clean that up. Number 5 on the season. We're flying, guys.
Oh yeah.
We're legitimately flying.
that.
One
I
every
like
2
that.
days.
Trey sort of looks like a wedgie right now. That should count. Guys, we
Similar.
recorded the drop this morning. It's up on iTunes and Google Play Music and Stitcher and all that. We discussed trends we could have never predicted and some low-key individual starts to the NBA season. And Lee explains how he puts on cologne. Take a look.
I'd like to hear your cologne application technique. Did you go wrist, neck, neck?
No, I just...
Or you spray and walk into it?
Yeah, I tilted the neck back. I kept the bottle a foot or two from my face.
How many sprays?
Well, that's the thing. It was on feel, because sometimes, depending on how far you were away, you get a good one at the start, and you're like, okay, that's enough. But I prefer it to be a little more subtle, so I try to spray it. Yeah.
Best smelling man in show business. See you guys on Monday.
Thanks for joining us, folks. And remember, you might think you can pick up a skinny guy, but he weighs more than he looks.
Oh, come on. Embrace the weekend, people.